question to you that I was confused about.
Yeah.
We would cut through multiple rounds, and JKS is holding radio towards ramp while 4th Ts are sitting at spawn. What's going on here? Help me.
That was one of those cool innovations that Renegades come out with on the T side. It's like on Mirage, where you have that mid control that is constantly being fought for. You also had that going on Nuke with the door system. Now you can get out of the door and you can get down to the wings if you use the set or the right set of grenades, the right set of Molotovs, and all flashes for that matter as well. Now this time around, Renegades had a clear idea what they wanted JKS to do. They wanted him quick down to the vents and then into the window area, not for him to get the kills, but simply to make sure that Astralis didn't have that passage, so to speak, to rotate through. You saw Device a few times being caught off guard as well, just running down there, getting his way up towards the secret area, but he was just faced by a JKS ready and waiting for him. So that was a cool little innovation for him, but that said though, we saw him down there 3 or 4 times. It didn't lead to any round wins. They weren't able to capitalize of it. So the idea in itself is very cool.
Yeah.
They need to find out a way to actually make something out of it.
It might work versus another team that's not Astralis because they didn't look rattled by it. It wasn't like, oh, he's under now, we need to go chase him and make sure he can't be a nuisance. They're like, we know where he is, he's contained, and he can't do any damage.
But that must be so terrifying for teams that aren't Astralis, because you suddenly not only are focusing on the execute that's likely about to be thrown into the A site with smokes and flashes, it's also there's a JKS that we don't know where he is currently. I mean, that's that unknown. Perhaps not for Astralis.
That's been going on for such a long time, though. I believe Virtus Pro and Snacks in particular were one of the first guys coming down the vents all the time, constantly being an annoyance to play against. I think you even played against it at some point as well. It's super, super tough because, as you said, you have to be aware that it can be an inside go, it can be an inside rush, but sometimes it's just a fake. They throw the smoke, they throw the flashes, and you don't know whether they're down there or not, so you have to be aware. That said, though, as Chet was saying, Astralis is one of those teams. They are super hard to rattle. Even with such an innovation coming out of Renegades right here, it wasn't able to make it work. So kudos to Astralis and kudos to Renegades for trying as well.
Chad, you had some observations regarding Astralis' CT.
Sean was talking a lot about this, and we'll actually put it on the telestrator, Alex. Sean was talking about the rotation when they get the lower bomb site. I want to set the scene on this clip we have right here. JKS is the ramp anchor, and what we're about to see is an explosion from Astralis through this smoke. He's going to get 1 kill, but they're going to know that when they get this kill that it is JKS, the ramp solo, so they can go straight under. Now, what Sean's talking about is how they prioritize taking that window room. We're going to take a look at how they use the basic utility after this frag goes down. They go straight into the ramp take. You can see here on the radar that they're very quick on taking under, knowing it was JKS who made that kill. And now it's going to open up, and you'll actually see this utility. They're going to throw a lot of nades into the window room. One of the things I want you to focus on is that Molotov, and then it's going to be a smoke towards the door. Now, the reason they do that, we're going to actually take a look at the map of lower right now. The reason that they go for this, right, so we're going to see the Molotov is going to land here on the stairwell. That means when they jump on in, now they just have to worry about securing this. When the Molotov clears, they can take the next jewel. Why is this important? Because now the CTs only have one avenue to rotate through. That's secret or coming down the vent into the gauntlet or from ramp. Now, the main way to get back into the bomb site has just been cut off. They can't actually go through the window. They can't go through the doors. And this little door here has been smoked off so they can get the bomb down with ease. That completely disabilitates the CTs. They're not able to rotate back in and makes it very difficult. And that's why Astralis likes to prioritize that part of the map.
Unlikely a brainchild of 2 men, Zonic and Glaive. And actually, one of them took a moment in between this series, and it has been a big series, of course, not forgetting Mirage, to catch their breath with Frankie. Let's go ahead and hear that interview before we jump into our 3rd map.
I've just grabbed Glaive, and I'm wondering how you guys got your head back in the game after that first map loss. What happened?
Yeah, so we knew we had tried to play Mirage so many times, and we had tried to get a really good start on CT, and we get a lot of rounds, and then we go into the T side. And even though we won the gun round or the pistol round, it just feels like when we don't have the momentum on the T side, it feels really tough for us to play on that side. I can't remember how many times people have done a comeback against us, especially on the T side of Mirage.
And with Nuke, you probably knew that it wasn't going to go wrong, right? Because you had your CT round coming up second.
Like, I don't know, we feel a bit off today, let's be honest. Device is feeling really ill as well. We have Sonic who is really ill. It's no excuse, but still it just affects like the team spirit, the team chemistry. Even though I think we're playing like, we're not playing that bad, but still we're not like hitting the A level that we should right now. Yeah, hopefully it will get better.
Glaive, are you telling me you're contagious?
I'm not contagious, but I just really wanna go through today. Then we have 6 days off, I think so, and then maybe people can get fresh again.
Well, I still need to work the next few days, so I think I'm going to get you go and do your team talk because I don't want to get ill, but I do want to see some excellent Counter-Strike. So good luck, Glaive. Let's head back to the desk.
Yes, that is the plan. There we go. You can see Dupree on your screens as well. Lots to focus on and lots going on behind the scenes for Astralis. Well, that team huddle, it's just going to be spreading Zonic's flu amongst the rest of the team.
At least they're keeping it contained to the team.
Yeah, jokes aside, though, we do have to focus on lessons learned, and a bit, albeit quickly. Glaive saying that they're just not feeling up to their usual selves.
No, and I think, you can see that in the way they play. I think that the star players of the team are not as dominant as usually are, and Renegades are playing well. I mean, they are pressuring them and pushing the right buttons, so to speak. I think Renegades have a great on that new game as well. They were able to put a lot of pressure on towards Astralis. You were thinking to yourself after that 9-6 half, had they won the pistol on that T half, that could have spun out of control for Astralis. So there was definitely moments where you thought to yourself, all right, there's a chance here for Renegades. But that said, though, Astralis, even on a C level or B level, is still a force to be reckoned with. So again, coming into Inferno, Renegades have to play the absolute best brand of Counter-Strike. Otherwise, it's going to be a tough one.
It really is incredible, just with Device on screen. Glaive reminding us that he's still struggling with his health issues. The fact that he does it again, 50 frags across the series so far, top of the scoreboard for Astralis, it is just testament to how powerful that man is, not only just with the AWP, but in the server in general. We venture into Inferno now, of course, limited time, but expectations. If Renegades were to do the impossible, Chad,
Renegades have already exceeded expectations in my book, right? And we can see that Astralis aren't playing at 100%, and Renegades are playing close to their peak. If they can continue that up in this match, that's fantastic. But just quickly, Astralis on land with this roster, 39 wins on Inferno to 10 losses. It's a strong map for them. It's their most played map. It's going to be very difficult for Renegades to be able to rattle them, especially in this environment, especially after they've got Nuke in the back pocket. This just becomes a best of one now, and Renegades have to start on the T side.
Impending Astralis victory. And it's up to Renegades to change our mind. Jacob, your final thoughts?
Just to back that statistic up, Chat was throwing out there, I think Astralis have only lost once the past 3 months, and that was against MIBR, which was at the ECS Finals Season 6, I believe. So that's a long time ago. Otherwise, they've been clean sweeping it. They won 14 out of 15 Inferno matches. So for